What a football game. First off, just want to thank everybody, Bernie, everybody with the Sun Bowl. It's been an outstanding week, as I said at the presser the other day. The hospitality, just the people. I mean, they were, it's first class bowl game here. First class stage out there at the end of the game. And again, it was a first class job by our football team pulling that one out. We talked about going out there. We were down a few guys and just find a way to win a football game. Just get it done. GID, get it done one way or another. And our guys found a way to get it done. And I couldn't be more proud of them. As I told them in the locker room after the game, I love this football team. 9-win season. Those are hard to come by. We gave probably 3 or 4 games away during the season, and it was a great way to finish for our kids. So I'll open it up for questions.
Coach, you go down 28-14 off the pick 6, and then you guys go and score 20 unanswered points up until the very end. What does that say about your team and the character that they showed?
You know what? The kids didn't flinch. I mean, besides those 20 points, and we throw a pick 6, Nick. But besides all that, I mean, 34 seconds left, and what Nick did that drive. I mean, you just talk about leadership, and I talked earlier, leadership-wise. Nick took it, and we went down the field, and that'll go down as one of the the best 2-minute drives. 34 seconds, no timeouts, and you go down and kick a field goal. Outstanding job.
Coach, you're up by 3. You're up by 3. You're going for it on 4th and down inside the 5-yard line, and then all of a sudden it's a false start. You settle for the field goal. You go up by 6. Perhaps was that false start a blessing in disguise?
I don't know. It felt like either way, whether we the field goal. I guess maybe in the end you'd say it's a good idea. Maybe it was good that we false started, but we were hoping to score a touchdown there, so maybe it wouldn't matter at the end. I know Nick was mad when we couldn't get to run that play, and we figured if we didn't get it, they were going to have to go 95. We didn't think they could do it on us, and maybe a blessing. Maybe we're lucky.
Pat, 2 games into the season, your kicker over here, he missed a couple of rough ones, and you even admitted that it played a role in the loss to Tennessee. Can you talk about the growth that you've seen him have over this season, only missing, I believe, 1 kick in ACC play and going 5 for 5 today at Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, he's been outstanding all year. I mean, we saw it through camp. I mean, he was the guy really through spring ball, and you talk about adversity and somebody that got beat out a year ago by a walk-on, and we're always going to just play the best players. But he came back and took the job over. Not only took it over, he's the MVP specialist today, and to go out with 5 field goals, and Byron and Cam, those the snap, the hold, and obviously the kick are always special. But outstanding job by him, just sticking with it, and couldn't be more proud of him.
Just talk about how your team overcame adversity, not just in this game, but all year. I mean, especially this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5 wins in a row to finish the season. We talk about adversity a ton. A lot. And, we try to develop, how we're going to respond during camp in August. These guys will tell you, I mean, we talk about how we deal with adversity and the pressures of this game of football. And again, I think that just shows up when you talk about character and what our guys know how to do. And they just, they never flinch. I mean, I can't think of a time they've ever flinched. So just, that's coaching, and that's guys, our players believing.
Did you maybe second-guess yourself using those back-to-back timeouts?
I didn't second-guess myself. I didn't want to use that, but we had, I'd rather call another timeout than play with 10 guys on defense. That's what you're talking about. We had 10 guys, we communicated the personnel out on the field, and somebody didn't hear it. So the timeout was a little bit more valuable right then instead of playing with 10 guys on defense.
Pat, no Servassier today, but you still got really solid production from all 3 of your linebackers and even some of the reserves. Just talk about their efforts, and I mean what you saw, especially from Bengali, was probably the best game he had all year.
Yeah, I mean, those guys. I mean, you look at where Bengali was in the opener against West Virginia, and where he came after 13 games, and Tyler Wiltz and Shane Simon. We got a great group of linebackers out there, and Solomon DeShields. That guy keeps getting better every day. I can't say enough about him. He had a great fumble recovery on that one kickoff in the 4th quarter or whatever quarter that was. I guess it was the 4th. So our linebackers have come a long way. We got some dudes in there that can play, and without Servassier, we still were able to get it done.
That play Bengali picked off, was that something that UCLA showed on tape? Was that just right positioning? Can you walk us through that?
I can't walk you through that. I wish I could walk it through. He picked it off, and I wish he would have scored. But it was a great play by him. We'll look at the tape and tell exactly what happened.
Were you surprised at all to see them switch quarterbacks in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, the guy threw 3 picks. I mean, we caught 3 picks. he threw three nice ones to us. So not surprised at all. We thought he was a good runner, and didn't know if he could hurt us with the pass. And he actually, had a nice throw. He had two really nice throws down the field, and then I think their third touchdown they got, was a busted coverage where we didn't have a guy in the middle of the field. Nobody was there. Eric Hallett was expecting coverage, so it certainly wasn't on Eric at all. He looked like he was a guy, but he was expecting a guy in the middle of the field.
Coach, talking about quarterbacks, what do you think of yours performance today, considering he threw that pick and then came back from it, and he usually doesn't stop again?
He's a tough dude, and our football team believes in him. We said that back in the summer, spring ball. He's a great competitor. He's a leader. He can beat you with his feet, which we hadn't had all year. I mean, he made some great plays. That one quarterback draw was a gigantic play that he had. On top of all the rest of the times he scrambled, stepped up in the pocket, and threw the football. He got cheap shotted one time, Nick, after a touchdown pass to Bub Means. Never got called. There was some interesting stuff out there.
Are you going to allow yourself to think what might have happened? Nick had played more this year?
No, we're not going to look backwards. We look forward, and who knows?
Coach, you see a lot of next men up in this game. Obviously, a lot of players get an opportunity to play and really show their talents here in this game. What can you say about those players that stepped up in this game?
Yeah, we talked about just our youth playing with confidence and going out and getting it done, and we'll look at the tape and see. I mean, I think Dayon Hayes played like he is, and he's still a baby, and we'll see. I mean, one of those young guys wasn't in the middle of the field on one of those touchdowns, so he'll live and learn by that. And but we'll look at the videotape and see exactly. But you go out there with a bunch of new guys playing on defense, especially, and come out and beat the number 18 team in the country. And we better finish in the top 25. EJ, where's EJ at? Okay, you get it done. But Jerry, I think you got a vote, don't you?
Your friend Johnny does.
Okay, Johnny. Okay, I'll let you get on him there. But you knock out the number 18 team in the country with a lot of guys down. It's tribute to our football team.
Pat, you mentioned all the young guys. I mean, you look at what Rodney did today. You look at what Ben did today. You look at what all the guys on defense did. Most of them will probably be back. How excited does their efforts from today get you for next year?
Well, it's a springboard. I mean, you think about this is. We were going to have to live with it, win or lose, for all, January, February, March, all the way through that. And it's certainly better to go into winter conditioning. Coach Stack he already started talking about winter conditioning, what he's got going and planned. So he's ready to go for you young guys. So it's going to be fun.
Last question for Coach. Pat, all season long, you talked about Rodney and how he's kind of the Robin, Izzy's Batman, if you will, and he's able to take on starter workload. He's able to do all this. How much of a validation point was today for a guy like Rodney?
We knew all along. Rodney knew all along what kind of football player he was, and again, if he doesn't get hurt in the opener, who knows? It may be him, opting out and going to the NFL. That's just the way it is. I mean, we know Rodney's really good. Our offensive line, you always got to give credit to those guys and the tight ends and even those receivers blocking down the field. I mean, it's a running back can't. We've seen that before. Running back can't do it all by himself. I don't care who's back there. But Rodney's a great football player. We knew that. I didn't have any fear at all with him being the guy.